This series is elite.
The best in the world.
Intense.
Base and competitive.
You wanted the best, you got it for a rest.
25,000 on the line, everything changes.
Often imitated, never duplicated.
Some of the best competitors of iRacing.
Can't wait to go out there and put on a show.
The greatest show on dirt. The World of Outlaw.
Welcome in, everybody. Dirt Racing Network live coverage of the Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series season finale from beautiful Knoxville Speedway. $100 to win on the line tonight. Broke over the 40 car mark a little bit ago. Got about 42 cars checked in for this one. These guys will give us some 8-lap heat races. They'll move the top 3 from each heat race into the feature, and then we'll find the final few cars out of our B main. We may have a D, a C, and a B. Just depends on what the final car count is. They got about a minute to wrap it up and get in here before the warm-up session ends and they go to qualifying. Be the last time for these guys for a couple of weeks. They're going to take about 2 weeks off. They're going to come back. They're going to change the series from a 360 series to a 410 series starting November the 13th, I believe it is. So they will be off of the network for a couple of weeks. Right now, just watching random action around the track. Garrett Pepiot right now, quickest in practice, 15.914 seconds. Roderick Lovey's Shell Wagaman are top 5 in the practice session. We'll see how they shake out after qualifying. Hello, Robert. Guys, don't forget your likes, your shares, your follows if you're watching us from anywhere other than the Dirt Racing Network Facebook page. Drop by that page, give us a follow, a like, and a share. If you're over on Twitch or YouTube, be sure that you subscribe or follow us there. A lot of watch parties going live. Appreciate everybody being there. Practice session winding down. As soon as they swap it over to qualifying, we will go to our national anthem, and then we'll be back ready for heat races.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, the number one song in America. And Mr. Hoskins, if I ever go to a racetrack, they don't play the national anthem, I'll never go back. If you don't love this country, get out. It's that simple. Play the national anthem at every sporting event just like you ought to. All right, guys, qualifying is over. 5 heat races on tap. A minimum of 9 cars in each one right now. On the pole, the Team VLR number 2 of Bryce Bailey, and to his outside, the Oshweekend number 19. That is Troy Wagaman. Row 3 on the inside. The car was there and then it vanished on me, so I know it's the 51 of Mark Broderick. There it is, and on his outside, the 110 Racing, and number 110. That is the Cadillac man, Keith Handley. Row 3 on the inside, the Wagon Casey number 73, Larry Moody, and on his outside, and the SRS number 97, that's Brendan Lacey. Row 4 inside car is missing, but on the outside, the Weichert Livestock number 48 of Nathan Brown, and on the back, all by himself, and the Goff Racing number 12 machine, that's going to be Jimmy Barr. So we got 8 cars in this one. Bryce Bailey, Troy Wagaman. Going to be our front row. 8 laps, top 3 to the feature. Everybody else, alphabet soup time for you. 5 heat races will give us 15 cars locked in. We'll be looking for 5 when we get to the B main. You're going to see the field thin just a touch. I see a couple of cars leaving. So they'll get one more lap around behind the pace truck. They'll go green the next time we come through this zone right here in turn number 4. 41 car, Jeff Stubbe did make the call. He is out there. That is the plain black machine in the side of row number 4. Stubbe, a regular fixture here at DSCCS. These guys racing, normally it's 40 to win, 20 for second, and 10 for third. Tonight it's 100 to win, 20 for second, and 10 for third. Field tightening up. We are about to go green off of turn number 4. Pace truck going to make the hard left. Bailey and Wagaman. Green flag is in the air. Heat race number 1 underway. Bailey got a great jump. About 3 car lengths when they turned it down into turn number 1. Troy Wagaman giving chase. The black car with the silver wing on the top. Kevin Hanley right now. The red and white machine. New paint for Hanley. He is up there running in our final transfer spot. He is closing in on Wagman, the Team UDSRA driver, under fire. The Cadillac man trying to improve his position. He wants to put Wagaman on the bubble and let Lacey have his shot at him. All right, now Bryce Bailey holding these guys off. Everybody running around the top half of the track. Bailey cut it low out of 2. Keep Bryce Bailey out in front. Wagaman, Haley, Lacey, Broderick, Brown, Moody, Barr, and Stubbe, the running order. 3 down and 5 to go. Battle heating up for second. Troy Wagaman was under fire. Hanley right up on the inside of him in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Loses all that ground in 3 and 4. Top 3 have broken away by just over a half a second. Right now, if those 3 cars can keep them rough side down and pointed forward, they are going to transfer straight to our feature race. They're halfway home, coming to get the 3 to go signal. Bailey not able to really stretch out here. Keeping it about 2/10 right now. There's a little bit extra right there as he cut it right in the middle of the corner from the top to the bottom. Picked up a couple of tenths on the exit of turn 2. That car's starting to come in for him. He's found a good line to run. Caution, and that'll wrap this one up. Go back here and see Mr. Larry Moody's car. Drop back and take a look at what happened to Larry. Looked pretty good heading down the backstretch. He was on the outside of Broderick. Oh, then tried to cut down inside, tried to go split the difference. Got a little tight, and he got Brendan Lacey's left rear with his right front. And a nice big tumble right down through the corner. This one going to finish in behind the safety car. Bryce Bailey, Troy Wagaman, and Kevin Hanley going to be transferring straight to that feature race. Lacey Brown, Broderick Barr, Stubbe, and Moody. Find your spoon, find your bowl, boys. Soup time for you. We'll see them probably, I'm going to say, in about 20 minutes. Hello to everybody in the chat. Big wave. Don't forget likes, shares, and follows, guys. We love them all. Tell your friends about us. Post us on your wall. Post us on your in any groups that you know have sprint car fans in it. All right, heat 1 in the books. 4 more heat races on tap for you. Drivers will be gridding out on the pole. The elbows up. Motorsports beat number 85 of Tyler Shell, and 2 is outside. The Team Steady Wicked Cushion number 057 of Craig, the Flying Aussie Dunn. Row 3 on the inside, and the O'Brien's racing. Number 6, Jack Clevenger. And 2 is outside, the Heidenreiter, number 5 of Donovan Ross. Row 3 on the inside, that's a Tony Stewart Sim Racing Team machine. It's a 31 car of Glenn Reinhardt. Oh, I know that guy. Better watch that car. He's going to go to the front. On his outside, the 0 car of Terry Mustard Jr. Row 3 on the inside, and Nathan Krapacheski. And the 68 machine, and on his outside, filling in the outside half of that road, going to be the 2 car, Dylan Wondeck. And on the back, the War Racing number 53 of Justin Verhey. So 9 more cars, 8 more laps. Top 3 to the feature. Everybody else, alphabet soup. We'll have 6 cars qualified for the feature when we get done with this one. Oh, Bill Rocky in chat, boys. Hear it on the Aussie. All right, lights off on the pace track, going green. 8 more times around. Heat race number 2. Shell and Dunn on our front row. Guys, if you're over on YouTube or Twitch, say hi in chat. I can see that. All right, pace truck headed for the infield. Dunn finds the throttle. Shell finds the throttle. Dunn had to back out just a little bit, but the green flag flies. And Tyler Shell with a little bit of a shell game on the start right there, and he comes away with the lead off the exit of turn 2. Greg Dunn sitting there in second. Right behind him, Donovan Ross, the black, white, and blue car. That's your top 3 at the end of lap 1. Clevenger, Reinhardt, Mustard, one deck. Verhey and Krapacheski rounding out the field at the end of lap 1. We'll see where they're at in about 7 more. Craig Dunn's car makes a big blink. He vanished for just a second right there. Right now, Donovan Ross holding on to that third and final transfer spot, but the slide job coming. 6 car, Clevenger tried it, didn't slam the door on him. Now slams it into the right side. Put that into Glenn Reinhardt. And Clevenger's car pretty torn up against the inside. Oh, yeah, he got a head on there. Looks like Verhey had nowhere to go. Or maybe that's Krapacheski's car. That was Krapacheski's car that caught him there going into turn 3. So, not how these guys wanted to have to work it, but they're going to have to go consolation racing to work their way into that $100 to win feature. We should get about a 2-lap shootout here at the end of this one. Right now, Shell, Dunn, Ross, Reinhardt, Mustard, on deck, Verhey still on track. They are running 1 through 7. Krapacheski and Clevenger. Maybe Nathan. Yeah, Nathan is in the work area. He brought that car in. They have. They'll have it ready for the D main. Probably going to get the lights off on the pace truck this time by, so that will mean we'll have a 2-lap shootout to finish up heat race number 2. Tyler Shell on the point. He bringing us back to green, the flying Aussie Craig Dunn right behind him, and Donovan Ross. Your top 3 are right now. All right. Time to wrap it up right here. 2 to go. This will go by pretty quick. Pace truck going to make that hard left turn, get out of the way. Tyler Shell immediately on the throttle. Big jump for him. That's going to make the race for second. Done. Donovan Ross, 2, 3. Glenn Reinhardt, the 31 car, right behind Ross when they came off 2. Trying to make a bid to get that final transfer spot away. The white flag in the air. Shell sees it first. Reinhardt tried the slide job, couldn't make it stick. Ross slinks right back around on the high side. We'll see if he does it again in 3 and 4. Looks like Shell easily going to win heat race number 2. Dunn's going to be second, and Donovan Ross going to hang on to that third and final direct transfer spot. Reinhardt, Mustard, Verhey on deck, Krapacheski and Clevenger. We'll see all of them in the soup in just a little bit. Two down, 3 to go. On the pole, another Tony Stewart Sim Racing Team car. That's the Fatheads Eyewear number 15 of Nelson Webster. And on his outside, the 21 car going to be Shea Apollo. That is the over-the-wall photography machine. Inside of a row number 2, the Team UDSRA Oshwegan Speedway number 56. He's the Flying Fossil. That's David Flick. And on his outside in the KJR number 67, Miles Jansen. Row 3 on the inside, another UDSRA car. It is the Enrium number 18 of Kevin Loveys, and to his outside, Zach Hollinger in the 9 car. Listening to a little bit of race control here. Row 4 on the inside, going to be Nick Gray, 55 machine. And on his outside, the one car, Ty Williams. Race control talking to the guys about the start line. I think they are discussing how far into turn 4 that it should be. Maybe got that last restart just a little early. I don't know if there's a penalty involved in that. I missed some of the conversation, but they are discussing it, trying to get these guys to start in the right spot. So we might see these guys a little bit further around turn 4 when they get ready to start. Webster and Paulo on the front row for heat race number 3. Letting that pace truck get to the infield. Nelson Webster picking up the speed. He's on the throttle. Green flag in the air. Webster went in on the bottom. He's coming out on the top. Paulo stayed on the top all the way through 1 and 2. Now Kevin Loveys and David Flick, teammates, battling over the final transfer spot. And right now, Loveys has the advantage. The flying fossil going to have to pedal faster like Fred Flintstone if he's going to get around him. I don't know who's getting up on that push bar. Not able to make a good move there. So it's Webster, Paulo, and Loveys, your top 3. David Flick right there in the mix. Right behind him, Miles Jensen, then Hollinger, Gray, and Williams rounding out the field. The top 2 stretching away from these guys. Webster not quite able to shake the 3-car, 4-car gap that he's got on Paulo. Paulo keeping it kind of close. One mistake, and it really tightened things up at the front. But those guys, another 7 to 10 car lengths ahead of Kevin Loveys and David Flick, who are still both gnawing on the same bone, trying to see who can get it away. Halfway home that time by. Heat race number 3. Webster. About 3 car lengths now as Paulo got a great run on the bottom coming off of turn 2, and he's closed it right up. He is within a car and a half. We'll see what Loveys does this time. Exit of 2 really working for Paulo. He is running the same line we saw in the first heat race. Into the middle and then cut it down, and he had a good run last lap. This lap, not so much. These 2 out in front with 2 to go. Webster, Paulo. Now Loveys still hanging on in front of his teammate, but Flick not making it easy. That final transfer spot, very coveted. You don't want to have to work through the alphabet soup. With a limited amount of spots available out of the B main, you really want to try to get there, and Flick took a look. Not going to be able to make it stick. No, loses ground on the exit through the slick part. Nelson Webster is going to pick up the heat race win. Shea Paulo is second, and at the line, Kevin Loveys is going to pick up that transfer spot. Flick, Jensen, Hollinger, Gray, and Williams all got some work to do. 3 in the books, 2 to go. On the bowl, the Kinzer Sim Racing Team Border Tire, number 5 of the high side hustler, Braden Eiler, to his outside. The D&B Medical Supply Mohawk, Dave Blaney Sim Racing, number 15 of Michael Sheridan. Row 2 on the inside, the Ted's Custom Paint and Body, number 92 of Peyton Greason. On his outside, Justin Sly, the 93 machine. Row 3 on the inside, the Black Diamond Motorsports Dirty Dicks Racewear, number 91 of Ernie Williams, and to his outside, the Ford-sponsored number 16 of Brett Perigo. Bernberg and Brown not making the call, so you're going to see 6 cars in this one. Half of the field going to transfer through. Hello, driver. Oh, yeah, I know. I know who driver's cheering for. Going to cheer for that blue and white car starting outside of row number 3. All right, lights off on the pace truck. We're going to go green for 8 more laps, top 3 to the A main. The other 3 cars in this one going to have to work their way through the alphabet soup. Eiler and Sheridan on the front row. Pretty good heat race here. Perigo, Williams, Grease, Sly. Any of the 6 cars got a real shot at this one. The pace truck is in. We are waiting on Mr. Eiler. He finds the throttle pedal. Green flag in the air. Straight to the high side, just like his moniker, and he is going to keep the lead through 1 and 2. Sheridan going to come out in second. Peyton Grease is third. Justin Sly right behind him. Sly tried to take a peek on the inside of turn number 4. Wasn't able to make any ground to keep Grease in that 3rd spot. But Ernie Williams is making short work of Brett Perigo. He is up to the 5th spot. Now he's going right out against the fence. Going to take his time, work around Justin Sly. Sly shuts the door down the front stretch. Now shuts the door going into 1, and Williams cuts it down low and early. Can he get the drive off turn number 2 and take away 4? Give it to him on the entrance to turn 3. Now 1 more car between him and an automatic transfer spot. Ernie Williams working the high side in 1 and 2. Peyton Grease sitting in that final transfer spot. I'm sure he's going to be able to hear the 91 car any moment. Williams about a half a car width higher than anybody going through these corners, trying to use that cushion. He's on the inside through 1 and 2. Slide job from the 91 car. Put him in 3rd. Grease going to fight back on the bottom as Williams finds the right front up against the outside fence down the back stretch. 3 to go this time by. Still Eiler and Sheridan out front. Best race on the track for 3rd. Ernie Williams with another slide job through 1 and 2, but Grease cut it down early. He's going to be back on the inside. Almost a heat race. The entrance to turn 3. Grease is going to take the spot back. 2 to go this time. Dead heat at the line. Williams has to find a way to make a pass stick. That time Grease not able to get off quite as well in turn 2. We'll see who's got it at the line as they're going to take the white flag. Battle is for 3rd. Ernie Williams clears Peyton Grease that time by. Now Grease brings it up. Williams cutting back underneath. Counters the slide job, and he's got it down the backstretch. Braden Eiler looks like he's going to win heat race number 4. Michael Sheridan's going to come on 2nd. And at the line, Williams for 3rd by just a nose. So Grease and company heading into alphabet soup land. Wow, what a finish to that one. Ooh. On to the pole for heat race number 5, our final heat race of the night. Thomas Garriott, the 37 machine, and to his outside in the FRM number 78, that is Brian Cross. Barotu on the inside, the Dirt Armada, number 22 of the Little Hurricane, Mason Hannigan, and on his outside, the FVRN, number 269 of James Grace. Row number 3 inside. Garrett Pepiot, the 47 machine, to his outside, going to be William Midget in the 798. That is the Cool sponsored machine. Steven Sittler, the War Racing number 4 on the inside of row number 4. And Brody Kane in the Big Boy Burgers, number 38 on his outside. So that's your 8 cars. 8 more laps, top 3 to the feature. Everyone else going to go find some alphabet soup, see if they can work their way into the B main and find one of the top 5 spots in that to round out this 20-car field for the 40-lap A main tonight. Final heat race of the evening. Field starting to close up just a little bit. Ready to go green off turn number 4, Garriott and Cross. And green flag is in the air. Final heat race of the night underway. Mason Hannigan trying to go 2 for 1 in turns 1 and 2. That was close call, but he left the top open and Garrett got back around. So Garrett was first. Hannigan was second, and Brian Cross now trying to work his way back around the little hurricane. He's got the inside going down into 1. Not going to make the 2 for 1 slider. Can he hang on to second right here? Good run down the backstretch for the 22 car of Hannigan. He had the spot going into turn 3, and he's going to keep it on the bottom. Now he gives it up. It's Garrett, Cross, and Hannigan 1, 2, 3, and James Grace. That 790 or 269 car, excuse me. He is right there, and Grace trying to make a bid to take the final spot away. Short slide job in 3 and 4. Too close to call at the line. I think Hannigan had it by just about an inch. But now off the top of turn 2, can Grace get the drive? These two going to battle just like the last heat race we saw. They're going to go ahead and start it early for us too. That time, Hannigan threw the slide job, and Grace was able to cross him over and park it in front of him. James Grace into the third and final transfer spot. It's still Garrett out front. Cross running second. And now James Grace has worked his way into third. Brian Cross closing in. He's going around the high side. Pass on the top shelf for the lead. Thomas Garrett able to take it back in 1 and 2, but here comes Brian Cross. Down the backstretch on the inside. He's got the spot away. New leader. The 78 car promptly puts the right rear up against the fence. He's out of shape. He's going to cream the wall. I don't know what that's going to do for his speed, but it darn sure didn't let him keep the lead. Garrett back out in front. Now Cross might be in a little bit of peril here for second. Grace is closing in. They don't run out of laps, which they're getting the white flag this time. Garrett Pepiot has now moved himself into the 4th position. He got around Mason Hannigan. But Thomas Garrett looks like he's going to easily pick up the win in Heat 5. And here comes Grace. Took a quick look, wasn't able to do it. So it's going to be Garrett, Cross, and Grace, your top 3 out of Heat 5. We'll see a couple of these other guys down here in at least a C main in just a moment. A lot of racing action. A lot of close racing. All right, scheduled for 14 cars. D main, top 4 move to the back of the B main. Brett Perigo, Steve Sittler, row 1. Row 2 going to be Jimmy Barr and Dylan Ondeck. Row 3, we're looking at Ty Williams and Steve Fernberg. The 4th row, Brody Kane, Jeff Stubbe. Row 5 going to be Nathan Krepacheski, Nick Gray. Our 6th row should be Robert Brown and William Midget. And our back row, Larry Moody and Jack Clevenger. 1, 2, 3. So 11 of the 14 cars are making the call. These guys are going to have 12 laps to settle it. Top 4 moving on. Everybody else done for the night. No shot at the 100. Getting down to it, moving right through this show tonight. Going to see the green flag off of turn 4, Perigo and Sittler on our front row. All right. Pace truck headed in. Perigo finds the throttle pedal early, and he's got a giant lead when we get to the starter stand. Perigo out in front. Sittler comes away with second off the top of turn number 2. Ty Williams and Jimmy Barr working for 3rd and 4th, and Barr gets way out of shape. Now comes across the track. Got a little piece of Nick Gray there. Maybe that wasn't Gray. Maybe that was Stubbe. He got a piece of Stubbe coming around the top side, and he got by him. I think a little bit of damage maybe. Oh, there's a car backed into the fence. William Midget's car? No, it was Jack Clevenger's car was backed up into the fence. Off a 2. Down the backstretch. Right now, Brett Perigo with the lead, about 0.4 of a second over Sittler. Ty Williams closing in on the back of Sittler, the 27 machine. Right there, Nick Gray now has worked his way into that final transfer spot, and he is barely in front of Stubbe, Moody, and Kane. We're going to have a great battle here for the 4th and final transfer spot as the other 3 cars got a pretty good go. Oh, Perigo out of shape, and he's going to go from the lead back to battling for 6th. Shuffle things up just like that. Sittler, Williams, Stubbe. Now Perigo gets to 4th. Contact between cars. I think Nick Gray was part of that. Now Perigo finds the outside wall again. Just can't keep that car from jumping over the cushion, and he is going to fall way back in the field. Little contact there with Brody Kane also. So at the front, Sittler, and he's got their halfway home in this one at the line. Stubbe running 3rd. Larry Moody in the 4th position. And the caution over the speedway. I can't even find who that was for. Maybe Brett Perigo? Yeah, Perigo got sideways again down here in turns 3 and 4. And he got clipped, and that brought out our caution. So slowing the action down just a little bit here in the C main. Sittler, Williams, Stubbe on deck. Moody, Krepachewski, Fernberg, Clevenger, Kane, and Midget. Our top 10. These guys are back to green racing. About one more lap in here behind the pace truck. After lights go out this time, we'll have a 3-lap shootout to finish this one. Remember, top 4 transferring to the back of the B main. Everybody else done for the night. So far, Perigo, Barr, on deck, Fernberg, and Brown out of this one. Nick Gray in the 87 machine, the last of the running cars. He's in 9th. Sittler has got him single filed up. He's ready to go green this time. Going to have 3 laps to go. Green flag back in the air. Sittler with a good jump. Able to move it out to about 4 or 5 car lengths. Ty Williams, Jeff Stubbe, Larry Moody. Moody was taking a peek. Little contact down the backstretch. Not going to hurt anybody too much. Those 2 cars still 3rd and 4th. Bill Sittler out in front, and he had a little bit of a challenge for a split second from Williams. Best battle on the track is 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Stubbe, Moody, and Clevenger threw it in pretty deep in 3 and 4. Not able to make it stick. White flag out this time. Watching the battle for 3rd and 4th. Stubbe got out of shape, slowed up. Moody just a touch, and Clevenger was almost able to make the slide job work. But for the final time off turn 4, Steve Sittler and Ty Williams going to run 1, 2. Oh, Williams way out of shape. That gets Stubbe out of shape. Big shake up at the end. Jack Clevenger going to come home 2nd. Ty Williams and Brody Kane are transfer cars. So Sittler, Williams, Moody, and Kane able to transfer to the B main. All right. Out on the grid right now. Brennan Lacey going to be on the pole for that in the 97. Glenn Reinhardt, the 31 car, on his outside. Brian Fossil, David Flick on the inside of row 2. Peyton Grease on his outside in the 92. The Little Hurricane, the 22 machine. Mason Hannigan inside row 3 with Nathan Brown in the 48 on the outside of that row.